There's nothing I love more than bread. There's nothing that people love more than tricks where they feel empowered. That's right, tricks where the spectator feels like they have done all the magic. So today I'm going to show you guys a hot trick that the spectators leave thinking, wow, I'm a real magician. Mom, I can do magic. Mom, I could do magic. Look at me. Mom. So that's what the spectator is going to leave thinking here today. So for this, we have a deck. It could be cut, of course. Done a little one of those cuts. You could do one of these cuts. You could do one of those cuts if you want. Those are hot cuts. Yeah, but ultimately you have the spectator cut off a portion of cards and put it on the table, and you go, that's phenomenal, sir. You know what? You've done it so good. I'm gonna let you do it again. I'm gonna give you finally an opportunity to do something in your life. All right, because I know many times you don't have that opportunity. They cut off another packet. They put it there. You ask them to cut off just a little bit less here this time because you're running out of cards, but they put it there. You say, you know what? We don't have that many cards here left, sir, but we'll try here. Just cut off another portion. They cut off the last portion, and you're left with all these cards in your hand. You're like, you know what, sir? You could have cut to any card you wanted, but you cut to 4 very specific cards, sir. And I have to shake your hand on that because I got to tell you, I've never seen anyone do it that good. I've never seen anyone do it that good. You're a real magician now. Welcome to the club now. I'll tell you what, you will be proud of the fact that at any point in time you can cut to the 4 aces and get the spectators wet. 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 So for this trick, you're going to need a little bit of a setup. It's not hard to do at all. As a matter of fact, I would qualify this as almost a self-working card trick. If you could do an overhand shuffle, you could do this trick. If you could cook eggs, you could do this trick. If you could make racially sensitive jokes, you could do this trick. So you start off with 2 aces on top and 2 aces on bottom. That's your little setup for this trick. So you could do as many cuts as you want. You could do a shuffle, assuming that you let these cards fall first and these cards fall last. You could do that shuffle, and you notice these cards are still on top. So for you people from France, all I'm doing is letting these riffle off first, then I riffle off the rest. But I hold back just a chunk here. What that does is that it keeps these 2 on the bottom and it keeps these 2 on top. I really hope that I don't have. So you're gonna go through a little thing here. Remember, this is from my perspective. So you're gonna tell the spectator to do this, obviously from their perspective. But you're gonna just do a little bit of a displacement here, just to make the end reveal a little bit more clean. So you have the spectator cut off some cards and they put it on the table. Now the next packet is gonna go to the left of the packet they originally cut. So now these 2 are the aces right here, and then this is nothing, like life. So you're going to cut off another pile here to the right. That's the next one. And the last pile, all that's going to happen is you're going to overhand shuffle these 2 aces to the top, or you could double undercut them to the top, whatever you want. I prefer to do an overhand shuffle because there's nothing more innocent than an overhand shuffle and the laughter of a child. So that's done. You have them cut off this. Now you're gonna do a sort of displacement here, a displacement of the aces that I've seen Bill Malone do, but he credits Vieser, but really I'm gonna credit Marlowe because they've all done the same shit. So that's the crediting there. Crediting, cunts. Credit. You see what I'm doing there? You know who I'm talking to, fuckers. So that's the, so I'm going to show you the displacement here. You're going to grab the pile that they first cut and the last pile. Those are the ones you're going to grab, because remember, you had to put this pile here. So you're going to grab the top card of these two piles, bring it up. That's going to draw their eyes to the aces here. They're going to go, oh, what aces? And you're going to drop them on the opposite pile. So you're going to pick them up here and drop them on the opposite piles. Because this pile is second from the left here, and this pile is last, you could get away with that. If this pile was all the way here and you would have had the spectator cut it, it would have been a little bit more of a stretch. But because it's you're just displacing the card just an inch, you could get away with that. So one more time, I'm gonna rock some Canadian Saskatchewan Regina slow motion here for you guys. Oh, production value. Nothing like PigCake production value. You should hit the like button if you like that production value, and or consider buying a shirt and or Patreon, and also tell your friends about the channel if you like that production value. Oh, shit. Oh, all right. So you're turning over these piles, drawing the eyes to them, and putting them on the next piles. Then you're going to turn over the last two and just show that the spectators have apparently cut to all four aces here. That's a whammo. And you know what? Because you guys are some subs, I'm going to show you a bonus here. A bonus. Two bonuses. What? Two bonuses. This is what? Two bonuses. So for this one, I explained this briefly in another video, but people wanted more detail. Cause I'm aware, y'all. I listen, I read. So for this one, you're gonna have the four aces on top. I'm gonna leave them face up for the sake of explanation. I'm gonna leave them face up for the sake. Do not leave them face up, but the aces are on top. So this is just gonna be a cutting sequence where you're gonna shuffle the cards like this, and you're gonna have the spectators call stop anytime they want. Of course, you're gonna put the piles down, and on the back of the piles, you're gonna have the aces. So for this, you're gonna need to do the milk build shuffle that I discussed in this video here. So you have the four aces on top. You're gonna overhand shuffle just a couple cards here, but during that overhand shuffle, you're going to squeeze the top card here. Look at this meme right here. You're gonna squeeze the top card and the bottom card at the same time, which releases that ace in the guise of a shuffle here. So that happens as you are shuffling the cards and asking the spectator to say stop. Wherever they say stop, you're gonna turn this pile over and put it on the table. You see the easiness here. So you're gonna repeat this again. Let's just make sure we got that crisp autofocus. So you're squeezing a deck, shuffling off, and having them call stop. They call stop wherever they want. You turn this pile and leave it on the table. You see what's happening? All the aces are going on top. They don't know that though. So you do this one last time. You do the shuffle there. They call stop. You put both of these piles on the table. And when you turn them over, they got aces. You turn them over and you go, oh, thank you, sir, for stopping me on all those locations. You are not only a sexual demon in bed, but I'm sure you have the cardistry ability of a small tree monkey on a cupcake. So that's one bonus right there. And the second bonus, the second hot bonus is in the original trick that I showed you. If you want to change these aces for, let's say a king, let's say the kings, all you need to do is have the kings on the bottom. So now you have two aces on the bottom, two aces on top, and you're ready to get them aroused. So you're going to do a little bit of a switch here. This is just as a little bit of a extra punch. This is completely unnecessary. But the spectator goes through the procedure of the cut. But once you get to this last pile, instead of doing an overhand shuffle, you're going to need to do a double undercut to get those aces to the top. So you're going to need to do a double undercut to get those aces to the top and keep the kings on the bottom, because if not, you'll mess up the whole stack, and the spectators are gonna wonder, hey sir, why didn't you add a bonus to that? That's kind of weird. There's no twist ending to this. So you have the spectator cut off the little thing. So you're gonna be left with these cards in your hand. You're just gonna put them down. You're gonna do the same procedure of the cut and show the 4 aces. While they're getting a mop to pick up their wetness, what you're gonna do is you're going to get a break above the 4 kings. That's a big break, a fat break, as they call it in the business. You need to be in the business to know that's what it's called. So you're gonna take the 4 aces and do a very discrepant change that I first saw in a Paul Harris book called the Jinx change. So what's gonna happen is it's very discrepant. So you're gonna have a little bit of a bolas to do this, as they say in the wet part of town, if you know what I mean, the wet part, bolas. So these aces are gonna go on top. You're gonna grab everything above the break and put these down. So what you're left with are the 4 kings in your hand, but it's a fat discrepancy. And if this is done casually enough, they still believe that these 4 cards are the aces. So it'll give you some hot details on that. You have the aces over here, and you're gonna pick everything up. So you're gonna have these aces. You're gonna collect them. Then you're gonna put them on top. You're gonna pick up everything above the break. As you spread these cards in your hand, and just collect everything up on the table. So now that way, you could either spread the cards and go, oh, see how fair that was? You cut to the 4 kings. And they'll go, what? No, I didn't. I cut to the 4 aces. And then you say, no, you cut to the... Are you on drugs? Do you need Medicare? Are you on Medicaid? And you show the change to the 4 kings. So that's 2 bonuses. What? You're going to come and have 2 bonuses here. So you guys practice that. You guys take that to the grave, and make sure to do all the things that I said. Do all the things and practice. And above all, be a Boy Scout, because Boy Scouts are good people.
Again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again. When I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again.